Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And boy, do we have a great lineup of live streams. Tomorrow night, well, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, depending on when you watch this video. That's when they're going to be on. Saturday night, we have Giselle, who's going to be singing in concert for an hour. Fantastic voice. I'm going to put a video up on the 2020 channel with one of her songs as a teaser, just to give you a taste of what you're in for. It's absolutely amazing. And then Sunday night we have, of course, General Isaac van Zyl, who will be joining us very briefly because he's not a well man. And after that we'll be talking to another Borreligion member and talking about what's happening in South Africa and so on. And Monday night, we have Reyno de Beer, the president of the Liberty Fighters Network, who's in the news big time right now. And I'll tell you why. The Liberty Fighters Network is actively urging all South Africans to return to normal life as the lockdown, in their opinion, is over. President of the Liberty Fighters Network, Reyno de Beer, said that if we wait for the government to tell us lockdown is over, we would wait forever. De Beer said, if the government doesn't want to give us that right, it is our right to claim it. Lockdown regulations were declared unconstitutional and invalid on the 2nd of June. Remember that? I covered that and I said it on the 16th. But hang on, guys, hang on. Isn't this now invalid? Yeah, it is. This lockdown is invalid. COGTA Minister Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma was given until the 23rd of June 2020 to rectify and republish the constitutionally aligned regulations. On Wednesday, the 24th of June, Justice Davis strongly evaded the challenge of De Beer that the lockdown is over and emphasized that he would read his head of arguments when considering the judgment, bearing in mind that the government still had a right to apply for leave to appeal. In a statement on Thursday the 25th, the Liberty Fighters Network said, LFN, or Liberty Fighters Network, believes that the responsibility now lies on the government to obtain a declaratory order to prove otherwise, and meanwhile people are encouraged to open their shops, stop wearing masks and go lighter on their obsessive hygiene, if they so wish, and most importantly for churches, mosques, synagogues and other places of worship to fully open their doors immediately. Liberty Fighters Network said those who still feel at risk of COVID-19 may continue doing whatever they feel is necessary, but cannot expect everyone around them to do the same. The statement reads, every person has a right to make his own decision about his health and of his children, and the government can't interfere with a basic human right at all. Liberty Fighters Network said some of their supporters are scared that government will retaliate against them for defying the lockdown regulations. Liberty Fighters Network said in response, what is the worst that can happen? Will the government really want to arrest the whole country who has defied its illegal actions, holding its people under home arrest for the past 3 months, all having had enough? We doubt it. Yeah, everybody is gatvol. De Beer has since challenged the government to order arrest for defying unconstitutional lockdown regulations. The report goes on from Liberty Fighters Network. If that happens, we shall immediately insist to be henceforth political prisoners and petition for international intervention. Liberty Fighters Network will then request our supporters to find refuge in embassies if they feel threatened by this government's retaliation, and safeguard our families too. De Beer, as a captain, will not leave his ship until we are all safe. Liberty Fighters Network said it will start to organize peaceful mass protests throughout the country, in line with similar international protests in other countries. The group is also challenging the government to formally announce the end of lockdown publicly. The report from Liberty Fighters Network said, we will also formally demand that the government to accept defeat against the people they serve and formally announce the end of lockdown publicly. If the government fails to adhere to the demands of the people, we shall answer by organizing mass boycotts. Liberty Fighters Network also said the Democratic Alliance, or DA, Freedom Front Plus, or FF Plus, and the Economic Freedom Fighters should stop deceiving their supporters and believing that they had no hand in the unconstitutional lockdown regulations. In conclusion, Liberty Fighters Network say they are all hypocrites who had the same information Dlamini Zuma had available when she declared the national state of disaster on the 15th of March 2020. The same information which led to all parties supporting the government then too. So there you go, guys. We're going to have Reyno de Beer on the Loving Life channel on Monday night at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time. Please don't miss. This is going to be a cracker of a live stream. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe. Bye for now.